How's it going? It's Kwame with the Black Star Group. This is going to be a new series where we will break down real multifamily deals to give you guys some insight on what exactly is going on in the real estate private equity landscape. By the way, this was in the May edition of our Multifamily Made Simple monthly newsletter. If you aren't a subscriber, I highly recommend clicking that link in our bio and subscribing. So just a quick snapshot for this deal. It is a portfolio acquisition across 28 multifamily properties spanning about 8,600 units, right? The markets that we're looking at are Nevada, Arizona, and Texas. So the purchase price for these Class B and Class C properties are to the tune of about $1.5 billion. So the strategy going into this acquisition was simple for this. They wanted to renovate the units, they wanted to improve management, and they wanted to stabilize occupancy. All of this to essentially reposition the asset and drive up the value. So the result of this strategy was that, one, the Feds hiked rates in 2022 to 2023 significantly. So anybody that had floating rate debt, their mortgage payments accelerated. So their monthly debt service jumped from about 900,000 to about 1.7 million in the span of about 6 to 12 months. So number two, occupancy dropped significantly, anywhere from 10 to 20% in a short amount of time because of the increased supply and fierce competition. And number three, the values of properties dropped, right? So cap rates expanded and rates rose, which essentially took the value of properties down. So we can actually learn a lot of lessons from this acquisition here, but I think the two most important that stick out to me is, one, always protect the downside risk first, and number two is that floating rate debt when rates are relatively low is extremely risky, especially if you are not purchasing rate caps.